Does your base stink? Are you constantly losing things to fire? Wondering what things to prioritize when starting out? Lucky day! Today's video will be about simple but effective base design. To start out with, if you're a PC player, I would highly suggest heading over to the Steam Workshop and installing the Geometric Placement mod. I essentially refuse to play without this mod as it's become such a staple in my playstyle. With this mod, you'll be able to perfectly align structures every time, and it's glorious. Without this mod, base design is more than possible, but it will require a bit more precision work. So, what should you prioritize when building up your base? Flingomatics. Always flingomatics. Unless you want to get into advanced base design making use of summer bases and triple pipes, which is a discussion for another day, not to mention a late game mechanic, flingomatics are going to be incredibly important. A flingomatic is going to cost you 2 gears, 2 electrical doodads, and 15 ice. I will typically place my flingomatic down in the center of a tile, like this. This will prevent anything that is smoldering from catching on fire and save crops from withering when summer hits. Now that you have a flingomatic down, you can safely place your fire pit and endothermic fire pit down without worry of a flingomatic extinguishing your fire. You will want to make sure that this fire is outside of your flingomatic's range. If you weren't aware, having a flingomatic activated while a fire is currently fueled will cause the flingo to target your fire. You definitely don't want to lose your light in the middle of the night. A quick but incredibly important note here, people. Do not forget your lightning rods. Make sure you have one or even more of these at your base. You can never be too safe when it comes to lightning. My lightning rods right now are obviously a little overkill, but I hopefully get the point. Grass tufts, saplings, and berry bushes are all incredibly useful to your continued survival. These are all things that are easily gathered and relocated to where you decide to base. Dig these things up with a shovel and place them within the flingomatic's protected range. Be sure to fertilize your grass tufts and berry bushes as they won't begin to produce resources without that. Typically 20 grass tufts and saplings are enough, along with 10 berry bushes. Now, you're going to want to have some place to store your food while you're out gathering resources. Craft yourself up an icebox using 1 gold, 1 cut stone, and a gear. An icebox isn't something that can catch on fire, but I typically still keep it within my flingomatic's range for the next suggestion, crock pots. While all of these things I'm telling you are just opinions and preferences, I like to put 5 crock pots next to my icebox just like this. You can use more, you can use less, but this works best for me. You can place crock pots around your icebox so you can open the icebox while you place food within the crock pots. This makes making massive amounts of food incredibly easy. Be sure to make yourself a bird cage and place a bird inside. Birds allow you to turn meat items into eggs, which are useful for many recipes. Some storage never hurt anybody, right? Absolutely not. Chests are obviously something that can catch fire. Be sure to keep these chests, wherever you place them, within your flingomatic's range. Now you can drop your resources off without having to worry about them catching on fire. If you happen to have some room left over for you to build with in your flingomatic's range, why not make yourself some drying racks? Using 3 twigs, 2 charcoal, and 3 rope, craft up a drying rack of your very own. Drying racks are amazing. They'll drastically increase the shelf life of your meat and give them tons of added benefits. By now you should have a very functional starting base that is capable of sustaining you for many days to come. As time progresses in your world, you can always expand this design, making use of another flingomatic and giving yourself much more room to build with. This design is just a guide to help newer players or those having trouble to get started. Hopefully you found this video useful and entertaining. If you enjoyed the video, please feel free to leave some feedback and offer suggestions for new tutorials in the future. Thanks for watching everyone, and I'll see you next time.